Hello everyone, welcome to WeXpats TV. Again, this is your host with Crazy Eyebags, Rebecca. And since it is the Valentine season again, we are going to talk a little bit regarding to the difference between dating a Japanese national and also dating someone from your own culture. So we are not bashing anybody who's their dating culture. We are not bashing the Japanese dating culture. We just want to discuss a little bit regarding to the difference and to let you know if you're going to date a Japanese national in the future or in any time, you have a better picture of imagining what's gonna be in the future. So regarding to the questionnaire that we took from our team member at work, the most we got is splitting the bill on dates. So my personal experience with dating Japanese national is we usually split the bill on dates, no matter it's first one or the second one or the third one. So that's a little bit different from what I experienced when I was in the States, because on the first date it's usually the guy paying for the whole dates, or I will pay for the, let's say, the movie afterwards, or paying for the second round. So I was a little bit surprised when I came to Japan and then started to date like Japanese from Japan, that it's usually always splitting the bill on the first date. So I think in the United States, it's more kind of like if you are splitting the bill, you are actually treating each other as a friend or maybe as a very casual date. So I was kind of surprised by that. But knowing that it is a dating culture in Japan, I actually knew that it's something normal in Japan, so I started to think in a different way. But we are not saying that guys should always pay for the bill, we're just saying that it's kind of different. And also, according to our Korean and Chinese co-workers, it is normal for male to pay for everything during dates in South Korea and China. And please let us know about your country as well. And since I've never dated in Taiwan before, since I moved to the United States when I was 15, I can't really talk about my own experience, but I heard most of the time guys pay for everything as well in Taiwan. So please let us know what your country is, and we would like to know a little bit about your own experience dating a Japanese national as well. So the second most would be the expression of affection. I think for most of us who dated someone Japanese have all experienced this. We all ask the same questions, such as, why can't we hold hands in public? And why is he not saying something like "I love you"? And also, why is he texting so little? Not only he, but also she, I think, in that way. So I think this is probably one thing I felt quite hard, because when I was dating one of my ex, who is Japanese, he legit told me that he doesn't like to hold hands, he doesn't like hugs, and basically he literally just told me he doesn't like skinships. And I was like, what? But we are dating? Aren't we dating? So I think that's something that I really felt quite hard, and probably the most different things I experienced when I was dating someone from a American background and also from Japan. But I'm not saying that it's definitely impossible for Japanese guys to show their affection most of the time, but most likely it would be like that. And for texting, I think texting is also quite something that's super different from Japan and the States, because in the States, I feel like texting is a way for a couple to really like communicate, and something that's not only a tool but also a way of maintaining a relationship. And you would like text all the time, like say, hey baby, like good morning, something like that. But I don't know, in Japan, and from my experience and also from the questionnaire, texting is not necessary. And if you text too much, let's say you text like 10 times a day saying, hey, I went to bed, I'm going to bed, I'm taking a shower, people might think you're too clingy and think that you're kind of like heavy, like omoi. So I think that's also something really like different from the States and Japan. But please do also let us know about your culture, because we also know that South Koreans text a lot, and Taiwanese people, what I heard from my friends, are also like enjoy texting a lot. So please let us know about your culture as well. Alright, but it is not all bad. Now think about it, that one of our co-workers also mentioned in the questionnaire that there are many great dating spots in Japan, especially Tokyo, during different seasons like fireworks dates during summer, hanami, the cherry blossom viewing dates, and also you get to see the maple leaves during fall as well. And we also get the aquarium dates, amusement park dates, and much more. So I think that for people who watch a lot of Japanese dramas and animes, we will all know that there are these places, like let's say amusement park dates are something that we would know, and also fireworks as well. So for me, visit Shibuya Sky, the tallest building in Shibuya, link below, with a date is still on my bucket list, and that's something I would love to do with my boyfriend in the future. So we would like to get to know a little bit regarding to the difference between dating someone in Japan and dating someone from another culture. So we're gonna ask our coworker who are right in front of me right now a little bit regarding to their experience as well. はい、じゃあ川島さんは外国人の方と付き合ったことありますか？
はい。
どの国の方でしたか？
タイの人。
おお、じゃあタイ人のその愛情表現は日本人と比べると結構大きいですか？
それなんか表現が良かったんですけど。
おお、表現がみたいな。
積極的な感じがしました。
そうなんですね。じゃあなんかタイ人の彼氏さんからはなんか言われたことはあります？やっぱり日本人とは違うなみたいな。
なんか日本人と似てるところもあるけど、毎日好きって
毎日好きって言いますか？すごい。でも確かにアメリカ人も結構毎日 Love you みたいな感じで電話で手話しておりますね。その毎日好きっていうのはなかなかないですよね。やっぱり日本人の男性の中では。
はい、ないと思います。
それに関してはなんか外国人のパートナーにから言われたことはありますか？
もっと連絡してほしいとか、
はい、
なんでそのパブリックスペースでそういうことをしないのかって質問されたことはあります。
やはりよくありますよね。
よく聞かれました。
それに関してはどう答えましたか？気になります。
そういうカルチャーなんだよって。
そうですよね。やはり私も何回も元彼に聞いたんですけど、そういう習慣はないですよってよく言われました。じゃあ松下さんご自身的にはそういうのはあまり好きじゃない感じですか？
好きじゃないっていうよりは、多分恥ずかしいとか、そういうのが大きいから、やりたくないことはないけど、ちょっとやることに抵抗があるっていう。
なるほど。じゃあ川島さんはどうですか？こういうスキンシップとかその好きっていう愛情表現に対してはどう思いますか？
日本人の人結構気持ちが分かりにくくて何考えてるのか分かんないって思うこと多いから、結構今自分はどういう気持ちかっていうのをすごいはっきり伝えてくれるのはいいことだと思いました。
そうなんですね。わかりました。ありがとうございます。
何考えてるか分からないっていうのは、めちゃくちゃ言われました。
私も確かにそのままそのセリフを喧嘩の時に日本人の元彼に言ってました。なんで考えてるの分からないって言ったことありますね。
それはすごく言われました。
そうなんですね。So we were just talking regarding to the difference between like dating a foreigner as a Japanese national, and what we actually the conclusion we got is actually exactly the same as the questionnaire that they always got asked. So why can't we hold hands in public, and why don't you like text more? Why do you contact more? And regarding to that, it's not like they don't like it, and it's not because they don't love each other. It's more like it is not a habit, and it's not within the dating culture. So they're not very used to it and kind of feel a little bit like embarrassed doing it in public. And also we got it since it's very different from the Japanese culture, so it's actually easier to not say easier, but it's like feel really good to date someone from like a more PDA culture, because you get to know that you actually love each other and you feel the love all the time. So I think that's definitely a big part of relationship, that there's a lot of differences, and then there are people who likes PDA and there are people who doesn't like PDA. Alright, so lastly we have another very interesting difference between Japan and South Korea from the questionnaire is the definition of getting married. So in South Korea, it's more like holding a wedding ceremony equals getting married. However, in Japan, it's more like getting registered at the city hall equals to getting married. So I heard weddings and wedding photos are great businesses in South Korea, and there are people who actually fly all the way to South Korea to take wedding photos. So I think that's something that's quite different between Japanese people on the concept of getting married in Japan and also South Korea. Of course, Japanese people also, the couples also hold wedding ceremonies, but getting registered is probably the first step of actually meaning to get married. Alright, so there's like a lot of difference between Japanese dating culture and other culture, but we would like to know that we are not bashing anybody, and in conclusion, we think that there are all kinds of different dating style all around the world, and there's no right or wrong. Communication between you and your partner is the most important thing, and is the real key to have a successful international relationship in that way. So thank you for watching our video again, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment below to let us know what would you like to know, and if you want us to make a more in-depth video in the future. Bye!